of interesting to see that white-blue and white-black are some of my most commonly played opponents, and blue-black too. It's like I bet 6 matches against blue-black, 6 matches against white-black, 9 matches against blue-white. Is this just people with echoes of Midnight Hunt, still thinking these Esper colors are where you want to be? Maybe forcing it a little bit, maybe just getting used to those colors and taking them. 9 games is blue-white, which was the best Midnight Hunt colors combo. 2 matches against red-white, I lost both. 2 matches against red-black, I lost both. And I have a winning record with white-black and white-red and white-blue. I have a winning record with most of the decks I played except red-green. I don't know if it's indicative that red-green's bad, but it's just interesting to note that even in this small sample size, early on in the first couple days, people were leaning back into the Esper colors. But, you know, I have a 83% win rate against black-white, which, despite winning most of those games, I perceive that to be the best deck still, currently. Alright, so this rare is bad, clearly. Even if you have the blue-green deck, you never put the lands in your yard. You always put the lands in your hand, so... This is pretty good removal in this set. This is a pretty good threat in this set. This is a very good threat. I think you'd want to start with removal most of the time, even though this is really good. I also think Spore Crawler is a little more than a role player. You actively want this card. I think white's the best color too, so I like leaning on that. Parasitic Grasp. I think this card's really good. And I think black-white is the best. I'd rather just take removal both times, I think. We're not committed to either or of these things, but I'd be happy to be either or. I played against this card once, and I think it's cool. I really do. I voiced my disdain for this card. Maybe it's not disdain. I think people play it too often. We could stay on brand, or we could try and get into this blue that clearly they don't want. I actually think this card could be okay. You have to build the right deck around it. But it's early enough where we can kind of take it and see if we get more activated abilities and stuff. I mean, you can create like a little Monodork off this. There's some other activated abilities that are pretty interesting. I actually think it would be cool if you could give it the activated abilities of like artifacts too. But maybe that's like weirdly busted, I'm not sure. This card's pretty good. This card's a rare, and I've been impressed with it. This activated ability is strong. I have only played it in sealed, but like I won sealed games with it. I think it's strong enough as a 3/5 for 4 even to just take it here and see. If people are really not interested in being that card, then that's fine. I'll just do it. The best card here is the... It's probably this hearse, but... Like, how spread out do I want to be? Do I want one of each card? Or do I just, like, get off red and look at everything else? This bat, especially if you're black-white, but even just with this kill spell, it's already good. This card's actually not that insane. Green's not impressed me. It's a kill spell, but I think this is really good. This card is pretty much the truth. It's hard to be 3 colors in this format, and you have to actually attack with this guy to get that other color, but it's good, for sure. There's no black in here. There's more red uncommons. This is like a red-blue card, and this is a red-blue card. And I'm so off red. But maybe I need to start sneaking back into it. I think we're just in like super open speculation still. I like this red card. I like this blue card. Don't overlook this thing. That's a finisher. This Wield. It's kind of looking like... This doesn't do anything yet except for... This is a triggered ability that's slightly activated, but it's not what this does, unfortunately. This is pretty reasonable. If you're blue-white, this ends up being a lot better. It's probably not... This isn't splashable, because you really want the 3 mono mode the most. Our blue isn't that great. Our white is the best color right now. This gets back Chill to the Graves. We don't have much fodder. I like this guy, but he's not super great. And this is a 2-drop. This guy's not the worst, honestly. The fact that he can block alone is good enough. Ooh. I gotta start leaning back into black just because this is quite a sick card. The blue, I mean, this girl is good. This green card's good. So, in my mind, I'm black-white right now. This white is better than the blue, but it's not as abundant. Ooh. Let's see, fodder for a color I might not play. Just play this card. I kind of want to just like move this blue off to the side for a bit. I'm in for the spells and the tempo action, not the creatures. This is probably where I want to be. I legitimately left-clicked that once, but it just double-clicked it. That was just to highlight. That wasn't to select. That really annoys me. If I get some more 2-drops, because this is... You don't want just removal 2-drops. Especially in this format, especially in this color pair. I know a lot of people would just take this over this. I don't know if I'm in that same boat. I don't have any... the upside here, I guess. If I pick up some exploit guys... The other guy's just a 2/2 for 2, which is highly replaceable and not that great. but I mean, this skeleton's not that good either. Hopefully we'll have enough humans. We don't have a spectacular amount of the correct humans, because you really want 2-drop humans the most. Because, like, imagine a world where you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to play this 3-2, I'm just going to play this 2-1 and not block so that I can get my card. It's like, it's not the worst, but it's bad. I just like this better, although I do not like it much. Going specimens into Ghoul and just making them discard a card isn't that great, but it kind of puts them on a mulligan, so you could do worse. But it's not a human. If this was a human, that'd be an amazing pick, because this into this into this is how you win games. The other concern I have right now is I only have 2 ways of training. 3 ways of training. Removal. I have these 2 guys, and then I have this after transform. The plan here, as with all plans, is just to get flying guys and blockers. This is perfect. This is what we want. A lot of blue, though. I could have been blue-black. Picked up some exploit. I don't think it would have been a great blue-black deck, though. I think our white is, it's good. It's good. It seems like white is less open. What am I doing? Could you imagine if I had taken that blue card? It would have been silly. This card's quite reasonable. Turns on the bat sometimes. What we're looking for now is like the 1-drop that gains a life and gives +1/+0, because that takes care of our training problem. And rares, of course, would be nice. It's a pretty good rare, not for us. This is a good uncommon for us. It's really the only card. Here's a rare. This is okay. I thought it would be better beforehand. And this card is good, but that gives us some inevitability. Another flyer, too. We're not exactly like a huge blooder, but we have enough flyers to start blooding off. Oh, bloody, get in there! In the air! How hot is Henrika Domnathi? I don't know how hot she is. I don't know too many people who wear hoods to a party, but this must be like her at her house, just chilling in the crib, and then the other one's when she goes to the wedding. +1/+1, so that's not us. We can get some, though, but they already have flying, so they just get bigger. This is it, though. I want to play with these types of rares, but it's just not us. Not enough. I think this card's good, too, but I want this. Like, we just picked up a cheap removal spell. It would have been nice to have another cheap removal spell. There's no doubt. But this is a 2-drop human. That's kind of what we're priced in for at this point, based on our previous picks. When you go against the aggressive decks, there will be some times where I'd prefer the other thing. I don't really like the way these activated abilities play out on average. This thing always is good, though. In black-white. It's good with the bat. It's good with training. Edgar's Awakening's not really that impressive. This guy actually is sort of a threat, but I think we want another one of these two guys. We're curving out into plenty of flyers. Right now I'm kind of looking at 16 lands for this deck, so picking up 3 more playables would be reasonable. We are in pack 3, but we took a lot of non-black-white cards. Beginning of this draft was certainly very speculative. We'll just never play that. I'm going to take it because it contributes to my overall rare collection. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Things to block while our flyers do stuff. Gains life very cheaply sometimes. The bat's not really getting back that many bomb things, if you really think about it. It's like our 4-drops and Griff Rider are the main targets. This guy is a threat. I haven't seen him take over the game very often, but he certainly can. Same reasoning as before. It's just greed. I probably should have been white-blue or black-blue, and honestly, that deck wouldn't have been a great version. I just can't play anything else, but I might play that just because we don't have enough playables. We're very thin. This is definitely a best-of-1 deck for sure, because like my sideboard is not to be spoken of at all, quite frankly. This is insane that this green card... This is like the best green uncommon. Man. We just straight up cannot play 16 lands. This might be the first draft where I felt like I forced it a little bit, but our pile isn't bad. It's not bad. This is the first deck where I felt like I became subject to bias towards how I feel about black-white. It was not open enough, so our deck is a little suboptimal for sure. It's more than likely I'll play this 3-3 since he got to go first and get on board. This feels like a syncopate. No. I think if people have actually watched every one of my videos, although that seems highly unlikely, I think I've just said there's a syncopate every turn, every game. Alright, so ideally I think we just... I think we play this only. he uses removal, we can still Parasitic Grasp the Perish Blade. Alright. That's good. That's very good. I want to say it's worth ripping off this removal here, too. I think Cruel Witness is a very good card. This is why. He left something on top. So he got to draw something he wanted. Henrika. Well, I can definitely Henrika and just make him lose this Cruel Witness. Which is pretty cool. I think it'd be better to lose this than this. No, I guess it's the Rallier. Kinda sucks. Alternately, I could just draw a card. Nah, it's sack. That sucked a little bit. But better to establish my flying threat against his 0 flying threats than have him play something crappy and just sack that instead. I think we want to enter combat, draw a card. I don't want to attack with Henrika though. Just him. We can't draw a card off Resistance Squad, which sucks. So I'm gonna do this. We can get another blood token next turn, but I'm still gonna do this. He's fine as a 1/3 for right now. Oh, okay. Sure. I just want to draw better things. We'll worry about getting a flyer later. Or is this flying? No, it's not. Yeah, okay. Here, I want to activate this and draw a card. Creature. I guess I should have activated. Well, it doesn't matter. Of course. Ooh, that makes me hot. That makes me hot. When people have everything. Kind of smart, I guess. Gift of Fang seems like a good call here. If he bounces it back to his hand, I don't care. I'm gonna draw now. I'm probably just gonna... There's a chance I could draw the girl that makes a blood and then transform this thing right away, but I've decided I won't do that. I'm just gonna do this. I'm still gonna attack with everything. I'll just block this rare more than likely. Okay. Our Finn deck did it. This was probably one of the more ill-advised black-whites. So if we do really good with it, maybe saying something. We got some power, though. This card's pretty good. Both of these are pretty good. We had to play this card exclusively because we didn't have enough things to play. Ooh, so he is mythic for a reason. All these cards are good. We really can't wait. We have to do this now. It's a human. I would love to have just put the Heron of Hope up in his way, but that was poised to get out of hand. I think we can wait. This seems bad, but we very well may draw a cheap human and just draw a card. Well, we're gonna get blown out here, probably. Can only assume. No? Alright. That guy's good. Our opponent's deck is quite strong. Our draws are quite bad. I'm gonna wait one more turn. We're up against it no matter what. But we can draw out of it. Of course he had another guy, right? This game's certainly quite over. Yeah, the thing about mythic players is, like, they're good, obviously, because they did it. But when I go against mythic players, whether I'm mythic or not, they always have busted ass draws no matter what. That's one thing I've noticed. I think this is the thing that needs to die the most. Do we have a chance? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. We can go to 10. We have nothing that we can draw that wins, though. I don't know. We'll see. He's just gonna attack with everything, and it's not gonna matter, but whatever. What our opponent's doing is the best thing you can do in the format. It's something we can almost do, but we didn't really get the draws for it. We don't have very much synergy in our deck. Like, we don't really have a way to use the specimen. I don't know. I think of all the decks that I've made so far, and this is like the 8th draft. This is the first draft where I felt like I didn't have a deck that could win 7 games. Like, all the other ones had enough of the right things to possibly win 7 games. And it was just a matter of matchups or draws or archetype power, but this is my worst deck so far. In the perceived best colors, but the worst deck so far. Paksong Pup is threatening sometimes. You could set at the beginning of combat, so I think we just do this. Yep. These are both uncommon wolves, just to show you how far behind we are in general. See, I'm like less bent about this inevitable loss than I would be normally, because this deck doesn't seem like it deserved to win. And it's not. He probably has like a fight here, so we can just kiss that guy goodbye. Or maybe he just activates this. He's in a race now, though. A race he's probably winning slightly, because this will get big enough to be threatening soon. This is basically a non-card. It's just like a land to throw away. See? It just gets worse and worse. I probably should have played that first and just gained 2 life, but yep, now I definitely should have. If he attacked with everything, I would multi-block the sharpshooter. Because our only way to win is to get in with anything. Our whole game plan revolves around just blocking on the ground and getting flyers. And that guy just prevents us from ever racing. This guy I've been... I guess it's pretty good. You know. We are fucked. This is a big enough guy that he'll just kill our whole board. We didn't deserve to win, and we're not going to win. Just Do that, I guess. That doesn't really matter. So pretty much every single game seems, and I think we understood this, requires a quick start. Quick starts are just snowbally. It's pretty hard to recover from like Pack Song Pup just getting bigger and that guy's board just getting bigger, and yeah, he played a rare that we were unlikely to beat also, but we were also way behind and mono screwed, and he was just doing his thing. Nothing more. Just straight up doing his thing. I think our deck's like a... I want to say it's like a 3 out of 10. There's cards that are like not... You're not too happy to play. It's got a curve that requires 1 less land, and we have 1 more land because we didn't have anything else. We were definitely not supposed to be in these colors. We got a little removal, we got a mythic. It started feeling like that might be enough, but you got to be just doing something on turn 2 and 3 and 4 that are relatively significant in a lot of games. It sucks not getting a card off this, and it just trades with this, so it's probably worth waiting. It's probably worth just getting this guy that can't block, because it's inevitably going to be in our way. So we'll just get it now. It's not like this ditch gets rid of bombs. Like, it'll get rid of some of the black rares that are good and cheap, but... Alright, he's doing that. He is officially in our way. I think we play this. Because we want to draw a card. We did want to draw a card, but we no longer get to. Guess we didn't get to anyway. Our opponent is not playing very good cards, including this 2-3 that we attempted to kill once, and he still has one. But doesn't seem like it's gonna matter much if he just has just enough stuff anyway. Gonna hang on to this in case we draw a blood token dude, or otherwise can make blood tokens. It's another good card. It's this thing. It's played a lot of bad cards, but yeah. I think we just attack. Gained life. Make a blood token. Something's dying. Alright. I'm gonna play the land this time. Sure. Damn, that card's not very good. This guy's deck is not very good. I feel like we have a good chance to win unless he definitely is playing towards some bomb. His deck kind of feels like our deck where he just played blue-black because he drafted something insane. I like that card, but it's medium. It's not really worth doing this, but it's like free. It's just free to do that. I'm gonna start working towards flipping this guy, so I'm not gonna sack the blood token, but I will sandbag the land still. What? Sorry. Cruel Witness? He has 2 cards better than Cruel Witness in his hand? That does not make me feel warm and snuggly. Biolume Egg and an Exploit guy. Gotcha. Tops 2. I want to find the other Circle of Confinement, I think. Guess we have to take that. We just kill this Biolume Egg on this attack. It seems correct, right? That was the incorrect block. He should have blocked the untapped guy with the Death Touch guy. That guy's good. Probably hits this 3-1, yeah. Yeah, I'll draw that. This gives us kind of inevitability here, at least. Even if he nerfs our guy. Oh, he's got another Biolume Egg. Damn. Damn, son. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Henrika. So he can syncopate for 3, so I should probably play this. I can't make him sack because he gets to just sack Biolume Egg. which is quite a bit worse for us, I'd say. I'm feeling good. If Henrika lives another turn, it's going to be pretty tough for him to win. This card, I think, is pretty good. No activation necessary. We'll just make a blood. Now he has to block. Did we win? We both have bad decks. I played a Mythic, though. It's not on him. Funebri. Tell you what, it's got some strange names around here. This hand is bad because our deck is bad. It has this card that does nothing. Trades with a 3/1 if we're really lucky. Gains 2 life if we cast this, though. So very rarely. Very rarely, but occasionally, gains 2 life. Red-black usually is just piles of removal. This is one where we want to play a bunch of things before we play Henrika, and then hopefully Henrika doesn't die immediately. Yep. This is already a fucked situation. Exile. I want to call this a game over already because of that. That was just brutal. I knew he would have it just at all. He's going to have the 4 mana removal. He's going to have the 6 mana removal. He will certainly have it all. We don't even want to blood end of turn because we want to be able to courier bat for value. It's not always important to do that, but in this game it's going to be because they're black-red. They're just going to destroy all our things that matter anyway. Which is not what we've played. We've played things they don't even want to kill. This they'll kill, for sure. It's just a matter of which one. Is it the enchantment -2/-2? Is it the red one that does 2 damage again? Is it -13/-13? Is it a braid? Ideally, he uses a non-exile removal on this cavalry, and then we just blood. Okay, so it was that one. It was the enchantment. So that's good. That's what we wanted. Settle down, I just gained a life. I'm gonna hold on to this Plains in case he has the Mind Rot effect. don't want to discard both of my good spells. Construct. Our best top deck is the 1/1 that gives +1/+0 and gains a life. Might even be better than Henrika at this point. I guess it's not good anymore to draw that 1/1. We can just kill this guy. This is worth killing, I think. So what do we want to draw now? Yeah. He's gonna kill all of our things that matter. It's so funny. I guess we want mythics, right? Henrika's good. Land? You know how much I wanted land, right? I mean, this bat's gonna die probably next turn at this rate. This turn? This turn? Okay, wow. I knew it though, right? That's 4 removal spells. What other removal will we face? Courier Bat. Okay. I think we do it. Oh my god, all that removal and he still sandbagged a land. That's so pukish. It makes me want to puke. I was hoping that he at least had removal or a bomb. This is like a pretty simple attack, I think. What do we want? I guess we want Griffwing Cavalry. That guy's gonna get him right back into this game. Lickety split. Transforms this guy, draws a card. He probably has a land. He does. Gift of Fangs. Yeah. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. I'm in for the double block on Celebrants. He's already spent quite a bit of removal. Can't just play scared forever even at 20. I'd rather take a chance and then have like the 3/3 lockdown for the time being than just take 4 and show my weakness. With 2 cards in hand, he has to respect 5 mana open. But really, I just want this for the blood that we've been able to make in the previous games. I mean, if he's got removal, he's got removal. I will be blocking, though. I just felt like he already played a lot of removal. And if he had it pre-combat, it would have been correct to just kill the 3/3 and get in, because I wouldn't have had good blocks then. This is getting a little discouraging, though. So we have 7 lands left to draw, 14 non-lands. He's drawn or looted away 9, 10 lands, so he has 7 lands to draw also. But he's drawn so many more cards. Oh, he got value here too. Sick. Our deck makes blood, but apparently it's a lot more conditional than him making blood. It's so unfortunate that he just gained life for free here. We're in a world of hurt. Henrika. We want to draw. We want to play this because we want to gain 2 life right away. We also want Henrika to live for a turn. I wouldn't mind drawing that skeleton either. Going 3-3 with this deck where we were cut and we forced it a little I'd consider that a win. Going 2-3 was probably where we should be. Not very good. Not going to get too many easy wins. Little draw dependent. Little bomb dependent. This makes me pretty nervous. I do not want to lose Henrika at all. If he has exactly a 3rd copy of this Gift of Fangs, we're just really sad, essentially. We drew a land. A land. Please don't have Gift of Fangs. Please. Thank you. If we sack this, he only loses this. I think we just flip it. Flip it and attack for 5? I think so. I think we just play this. This basically negates his Celebrants getting in, and then we can block, like, both of the other dudes, so... What's our best draw now? I think it's Circle of Confinement. Our opponent's deck's pretty good. It wasn't all removal. It was a lot of removal early, but he definitely has, like, some blood, discard, life gain synergies all kind of mashed into one package. It's pretty cool. It would be really sad if I had attacked with Henrika and she just immediately... Well, I guess now that he's attacking with the bat, it doesn't make any difference. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So unfair.